What's up, you guys? I'm Ryland Adams for Hollywood Junket, and today we're at the Natural History Museum in Los Angeles for the Walking with Dinosaurs premiere. You're drinking dinosaur water. Where'd you get that from?
Well, this is a new energy drink. It's called Red Bullosaurus, and it's actually dino urine, which is weird. It's very pungent. You know, it's very, like, you can't keep it open long.
Healthy though, right?
Oh, it's healthy. Yeah. I mean, you know, I feel like I could punch through a wall right now. But I think that's the point. You know what I mean? To bring the dino out in all of us. So yeah.
So I heard that you started working on this movie before you even knew the title.
I did. It was shrouded in secrecy, which is really fun because, like, you know, you always hear these stories about, like, movies like Star Wars or like a Woody Allen movie, and, like, no one's allowed to talk about it, and you're only given pages of the script, like, when you show up. And, you know, this was kind of like that. I'm like, yo, can I have the scene sent to me? I want to prep. They're like, nope. See you tomorrow. Well, what's the movie called? Nope. What's my character name? See you tomorrow. And it's like, okay. So when you get there, there's this adrenaline in you that's not in you when you know what you're, like, sometimes you're working on CSI or something, like, you know exactly what you're doing and you have your script. But, like, this was fun because, you know, I walked in thinking I was part of some big project, and turns out I was right. I was part of some big project, you know.
And so what kind of dinosaur do you get to play in the movie?
I play a Pachyrhinosaur. I play the older brother to the main character. The main character is Patchy, voiced by the great Justin Long. This is my third movie with him. Big fan of his. He's a good buddy, and his character is very sweet and has the biggest heart. And my character's got a heart, but it's covered in that older brother jerkitude. He's a little bit of a, you know, he's not the best person all the time, you know what I mean? But he hopefully finds himself by the end. I don't want to give away, but things start to happen that bring them closer to each other.
And so I'm always curious with voiceover work, do you ever get to, like, work with the other actors? Like, did you and Justin Long work next to each other, or was it kind of just by yourself, independent?
Well, I don't want to lie. I didn't get to work with Justin because he boarded the movie later than me. So I think he was working on a lot of other things. So I didn't get to work with him, and I didn't get to work with John either. But I did work with Tia, and I get to work, you know, Tim Hill and a lot of the writers, the producers. So yeah, it was kind of cool like that. So
you just get to show up in your pajamas, have a good time?
Oh yeah, you show up in your pajamas, and like, I rarely brush my teeth. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just showed up. There was romaine lettuce sticking out of one. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was pretty gross.
Is there anything that's going to surprise us about this movie? Like, going into it, what are we going to see that nothing surprising?
Everything you've seen. What do you think we're going to say?
Well, I know.
It's just the same old song and dance. You know what I mean?
How you doing, man? How's it going?
Good. How's it going, buddy?
Good work.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah.
Well, I know the visuals are supposed to be insane, and you actually got to see them as you were filming, opposed to most voiceover movies, right?
I'm sorry, one more time?
I know that you got to see the visuals as you were doing the voiceovers. It's kind of like none other voiceover job, right?
Yeah, you're actually spot on. I think a lot of people think that you do watch the animation while you do your voice because there's a famous scene in Mrs. Doubtfire, the Robin Williams movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it. And at the beginning of the movie, he's voicing like a little bird that's like in a bird cage. And, you know, I think a lot of people, once they saw that movie, because a lot of people learn a lot of things they think they know from movies, which is why a lot of America isn't always bright, because, you know, sometimes people are like, oh, well, it was in the movie, so it must be true. Not all movies are like, see, this movie is accurate. Anything you learn in this movie, it is what we think to be true about dinosaurs, in the best to our knowledge. You know, that's actually not true. Like, you don't usually see the animation as you do it. Usually you voice it and then they animate around it. This was totally done the other way around. So it was cool, but it was also intimidating because you're watching this awesomeness on the screen. You're like, I hope I'm as awesome as this awesomeness. And I don't know if my awesomeness is as awesome as this awesomeness. How many times did I just say awesome? I'm not sure.